I'm Liz Schrum for the Wisconsin Technology Council, here with WisBusiness.com, the show. Just ahead, Tom Still talks about Wisconsin's stake in the fate of the Export-Import Bank. And Brian Manthey, a spokesman for We Energies, talks about the company's proposed acquisition of Integris and what that means for Wisconsin. And now, here's the WisBusiness.com stock report. Rising tech companies. Large and small tech companies in Wisconsin have been reporting some good news of late. Cellular Dynamics of Madison was recently acquired by Fujifilm of Tokyo for $307 million. Keo and PicU have both raised more investment dollars, and Mobcraft Beer is opening a second brewery in Milwaukee. And falling. Gemini Cares. This healthcare company has notified state officials it will shut down at the end of May, which means 700 people will lose their jobs. More than 170 of the workers live in central Wisconsin, and about 100 jobs are in the Milwaukee area. The company has 10 Wisconsin care centers overall, mostly for the elderly. And now, here's Tom Still with his Inside Wisconsin commentary.
An emerging rift in the Republican Party is the fight over renewing the Export-Import Bank, a federal agency that provides billions of dollars annually in loan guarantees for U.S. exports. On one side is a political network led by billionaires Charles and David Koch, who say most of the bank's loan dollars go to a few politically connected corporations, making it a prime example of crony capitalism. Most of the GOP presidential field agrees, including Governor Scott Walker of Wisconsin, as well as House Ways and Means Chairman Paul Ryan, the Republican from Janesville. On the other side are groups that often align with Republican causes, including the National Association of Manufacturers, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, and a mix of major companies and small business associations. They contend the EXIM Bank, as it's known, works well for exporters and actually returns money to the federal treasury. The release of the March job figures for the United States shows why this debate is crucial. American businesses added just 126,000 jobs in March, the smallest total in 15 months. Employment actually declined a bit in manufacturing and other export-sensitive sectors that can pull in their horns if they sense political uncertainty. And there's no doubt uncertainty is swirling around the EXIM Bank, which could lose its charter by midsummer. No matter how this fight turns out in Congress, exporters in Wisconsin stand to be affected, along with the state's otherwise robust export economy. Wisconsin companies exported more than $23.4 billion in goods and services in 2013, according to the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation. A coalition backing the EXIM Bank says the bank supported more than $4 billion of that total, representing 27,000 Wisconsin jobs. If the bank goes away, are there programs in Wisconsin to help pick up some of the slack? Well, perhaps. One example is Export Tech, a state effort that acts as a short course for companies. Export Tech graduates report international sales increases averaging between $600,000 and $900,000 within 12 months of completing the program. Other state programs help companies figure out what markets are right for them. The WEDC has trade representatives on call in 54 countries. The state also provides market access grants to qualified companies, links into U.S. Commerce Department programs, access to trade missions, and advice on what's often the trickiest part, getting paid without running afoul of regulations at home or abroad. Exports are increasingly vital to the Wisconsin economy, which produces high-quality goods that are attractive to people in emerging markets. The sooner the future of the EXIM Bank is settled, the better for the state's vital export economy.
Thanks, Tom. We're back with Brian Manthey, Media Relations Director for We Energies, which has proposed a $9.1 billion acquisition of Integris Energy Group. Welcome to the show, Brian.
Pleasure to be with you, thanks.
One concern over the proposed acquisition of Integris by Wisconsin Energy Corporation is the effect on power rates paid by large industrial customers. How might this acquisition stabilize rates versus raising them?
This is really a great opportunity. We think that the cost savings for customers is really clear and compelling. Over the long term, we see some great savings for our customers, and therefore those will be reflected in rates. Things just be able to purchase more and be able to have more purchasing power really will help the combined company. And with the geographic proximity of Wisconsin Public Service and We Energies in the state of Wisconsin, that also will help with us in terms of being able to deliver our services at a really highly efficient rate, and therefore that will be reflected in rates as we go forward over the long term.
What are some specific examples of how Wisconsin Energy Corp works with large industrial customers to increase efficiency and keep rates low?
One of the key things that we have instituted over the last few years is something that's referred to as real-time market pricing. And real-time market pricing is something a number of our large industrial customers have taken advantage of. It simply means that if they expand their business, expand operations or productions, and see a way for them to perhaps create more jobs or keep jobs in the state, they can actually use the real-time market pricing to take advantage of market-priced electricity. And so for that extra added electricity, they're able to take advantage of those market prices. And with that, able to save money, retain jobs, or maybe add jobs as well. We have, in fact, an example of a machinery company in Milwaukee, which they took advantage of real-time market pricing, took a look at it, and that was a justification for them to expand their operations here instead of moving to facilities they already had out of state. A food company developed a whole new product line, and with that they were able to take advantage of real-time market pricing so that additional electricity from that new product line would be purchased at market rate prices, again a lot lower than what they would normally pay, and so for that they were able to add jobs, add a product line, become more competitive. So it really was a win for them and win for a number of companies, and it continues to be as people take advantage of real-time market pricing. And it's also a case in which you're able to look at the efficiencies that we can find in all companies through energy efficiency and through Focus on Energy. Our Focus on Energy program in the state of Wisconsin is one that provides incentives. And in fact, just in 2014, our commercial customers, our industrial customers, were able to take advantage of almost $13 million of incentives to help their energy efficiency during the course of their operations. We'll also work with those companies to find ways to maybe shift production or do some things differently in their operations that'll help them save money. So we work one-on-one with many of our large customers, all to help us be able to keep those businesses competitive and create jobs in the state of Wisconsin and retain good jobs in the state of Wisconsin.
Describe why you believe the merger will save consumers over the long haul by cutting operating costs and capital costs.
Yeah, we see the great savings coming down the road, and this will be again over the long term when we are able to combine the, for example, generation facilities of the two companies, Wisconsin Public Service and We Energies. The Public Service Commission staff even pointed to the fact that there could be as much as $600 million in savings just through the idea of the combined generation facilities and how we'd be able to save over time. There's also operational costs that we will be able to over time be able to take advantage of. There have been estimates, and we've done estimates as well as an outside expert, and they take a look at what we could see over time, and you're looking at about a 3 to 5% savings, which is millions of dollars annually, long term, just by having a more efficient way to be able to purchase products that you use in business, or just be able to better take advantage of the efficiencies that will become available over time. Those are some of the key areas which we're going to be able to save the customers' money. That'll be reflected in rates, and that's something that the customers will be able to see if this acquisition is approved.
Thanks, Brian, and thank you for watching this edition of WisBusiness.com, the show. The show is produced by WisBusiness.com and the Wisconsin Technology Council, and sponsored by UW-Milwaukee. Visit our websites to read and learn more. I'm Liz Schrum of Talent Foot Executive Search. See you next time.